Bay is under 200 kilometers, maybe not. But there's a lake. There's Lake Superior.
That's a biggie.
That's the one. And down below us, you can't see it right now, is the train tracks. The train tracks run around, and if you want to go to the Canadian Railroad, which I am going to take one of these times. I love railroads. Gotta get the grandkids to do it. This has got to be, that'd be a trip.
Might be one of the lights are flashing.
Ooh, maybe train, you think? Or a hazard. Could be a hazard.
Steep hill.
I can see, what's it say? Oh, it's a, look at that, it's a hairpin. Not a hairpin, but it's a pin. And it's, on top of it, it's got a, they want you to know you're going slow, and then they got it down. Look at that truck. That means that we're going down the hill. And everybody's just waiting. 7%, use lower grade.
Nobody's behind.
Good, okay, so go slow. Put that baby down. Put her down. We're going down this hill. Down, down, down. I'm glad we're doing it kind of in the daytime. I asked them if there are any big hills. They go, yeah. But just think if this was like the other day when there was snow. Oh, look at that bridge over there. Wow.
Lord help us.
Lord help us. The yellow double yellow lines there. That really would be a temptation for a Canadian to pass us. And then they've got some equipment over here. I don't know what they're doing. They're building a bridge. Now we're going up the hill. Oh, yeah, that's where you want to go. Down there. There's part of the river, and there's a railroad over there.
River rafting canyon.
There, you see that? You know, I lose my picture. Putting it in lower gear. Hey Tim, anybody behind us want to pass on the double yellow line? I guess not. Or they would have passed right now.
Yep.
We're going to be hearing this for 4,100. Or we haven't been hearing it. Now that's another part of the lake, or like an estuary. I think this is an upper lake, because way down low, that's not part of Lake Superior. But all over this place. And you can see how this rock is in here. It's impervious in many places. And that glaciers, those glaciers are formed. I mean, the lakes are formed by the glacier. Oh, dude, we erased the stuff about the fountainhead. The only books I ever read. Form follows function. But it's beautiful. Now the green on top means the beginning of this, and it's for the plow. Yeah, the people plowing, and then the beginning of the guardrail is the green on top. The end of the guardrail is the green on the bottom. And that way, the snowplow driver can say, oh yeah, yeah, it ended right there. Oh yeah, yeah, began right there. Here it is right there, you notice? The blue, I mean the green. It doesn't look like those things will hold you, but I guess they do. Then you got your green on the bottom. And your power and your moon. Yeah. And you never know. We might have had problems just so we slowed down and didn't get into a problem that would have happened and we couldn't avoid. Like that one guy that had 5 million miles. Remember? Yeah. Now, didn't he win an award for the safest driver of what, all time?
Accident-free, scratch-free.
Scratch-free. Never had an accident in 5 million miles or 5 million.
He never got a scratch out of his truck.
Never a scratch.
Much less in an accident.
Yeah. So what did
He got this award.
he did? Okay.
Yeah, he got this award in Washington, D.C. in the National Truckers Association Convention, annual convention.
Yeah.
He got the best driver award in the whole country.
Of all time?
Yeah. And he was sitting at the banquet table after they gave him the award.
And then, wasn't he like double of anybody?
More than that.
More than that.
5 million miles.
But okay, so the one, I mean,
Without a scratch on
other
the truck.
people, they didn't even close. They weren't even close.
Without a scratch. And then,
Wow.
and then he was sitting at the table and they were having dessert, and the president of the whole association was there, and he says, "Hey, Jim," he says, how could you possibly drive 5 million miles and not even put a scratch on a truck, much less, you know, get in an accident?" And he said, well, sir, he said, you know, I'm a disciplined individual and I don't drink, you know, I never did drink or take any kind of drugs.
That's good.
I get my rest, I don't push the envelope, you know, and I'm very, very safe. I know all the rules, all the regulations, and I try real hard to, you know, be safe, and then I eat right. That's important. I eat right, and then whenever it's necessary, you know, I get my relief, you know, driver to help me out. And I guess, you know, I pray a lot. There's no question about that. And I'm pretty sure the big guy upstairs, you know, has had a hand in it. I thank him regularly. But, well, then the president said, well, Jim, I want to paint a picture for you, and I want you to tell me how, you know, if something like this happened, how would you deal with it? And Jim goes, well, yeah, lay it on me. So he says, here's what you got. You're driving a set of doubles. You got 14,000 gallons of jet fuel on your truck. You're out in Montana, coming over a mountain hill.
Kind of like these. Kind of like these.
Yeah, like we're on right here, yeah. And about halfway down the mountain, you know, you're riding your brakes and you got your Jake brake on, and all of a sudden you blow a hydraulic line and you got no brakes at all, and you notice that down at the bottom of the hill there was a 5 diesel fuel train crossing at the bottom of the hill, and the gates were down, the lights were flashing, and you got no brakes, and you're gaining speed going down this hill, and there's no suicide ramp.
Like this.
Like there's no ramp off to the side where you could go, you know, into the gravel and slow you down. He says, now, what would you do in that situation, Jim? And Jim said to him, well, he said, well, I'd rap on the sleeper and wake up Bill. And the guy, you know, the president of the Truckers Association said, wow, what would you do that for? What would you do that for? And he said, well, it's because just the other morning at breakfast, Bill said that he'd never seen a real bad accident.
Oh, man. I guess what you're saying, or what he was saying, not us, but like, it's like there's some situations you cannot get out of. That's the way it goes. Jeez, look at that walk.
Yeah, see it.
Oh my God. And we could have done it too.
Oh, you can't.
No.
You just, some deals you're not meant to live through.
Yeah, really. That's the way. Of course, you'd hope that scenario. You know, the moral of the story is you don't get in those situations.
Yeah.
You know.
Stop driving truck.
Yeah. Stop.
Change industries.
Yeah. The day
While
before.
you got it, while you can.
Yeah. Poor Bill. Poor Jim. But I wonder if the guy still has not gotten any scratches on his truck.
I can't.
Poor Bill. Jim. We know them both. We know Jim.
You
There's a train track right there.
Can you imagine the explosion?
Oh man. Oh, Jim.
They never found any of them.
No. They would, yeah.
They couldn't find their teeth.
Yeah.
Their fillings, nothing.
Poor guys. Yeah, I mean, really.
No way, God.
He would have got a squatch. He would have had.
Like those Tibetans that
man,
kept themselves on fire.
They're sad. Those guys. Now that's kind of sad. You know, those Tibetans. I really feel badly. We gotta. I don't know what we can do to help them, but you know, we're watching news up here. What happened? There's the train track right there.
I'll tell you how we could get it fixed overnight.
Do what?
I know how we could fix that Chinese-Tibetan thing overnight.
No, I don't either. No.
I know how we could fix it, I'm telling you.
How? Oh, you do?
I know exactly how.
Okay. Let's hear that part.
The board of directors of Walmart says we're done buying your shit.
From China?
Yeah.
If you don't go and fix the Tibetan thing, you're done
We're
dead.
not buying any more of your shit.
Good idea. Then that's what we got to do, just like apartheid did to the South Africans.
That would do it.
Yep.
They'd give Tibet back to the Tibetans in a heartbeat.
Say, you know what? Yeah, exactly. God, I'm still thinking about Bill.
Bill and Jim. Well, they're in the happy hunting grounds.
Yeah.
They're not around.
Yeah. Well, he must have lived to tell the story. Actually, that never. It didn't happen. It was like a hypothetical.
There was a pollutant too. Oh yeah, that was a hypothetical.
Yeah. We don't want people to think that Jim and Bill are gone. No.
That was a hypothetical.
Yeah. For Jim. Yeah.
That the president of the International Truckers Association laid on it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what would you do? There's nothing you can do. There's some things there's nothing you can do.
Yep.
It's just the way it is.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
See, we're not running the show down here. Somebody else is.
No. Well, we're kind of driving, but it's
not the big show. We're not running the big show.
No. We didn't make these trees to cut them down.
You know how it could go. You know what could happen? Here's the way it should work. Somebody ought to start a movement that, and you can do it with cyberspace now because of the instant communication. Somebody ought to get together and start a program that says we're done with Walmart. We're done with Walmart if Walmart doesn't give China an ultimatum.
Yep.
And that is that they're not buying anymore their shit.
Yep.
If they don't give Tibet back to you.
And not just Walmart.
I'm just saying that's
that'd be a start. Oh, you'd say
that's all you'd need.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't need another retailer.
Yeah.
If the Walmart shopper, if enough Walmart shoppers would tell Walmart that we're done with you, we're going to Fred Meyer, we're going to Sears, we're going to Kmart, we're going to
Cars, Safeway.
Well, we're going to
Home Depot,
Menards, we're going wherever.
We're going to M&M's.
We're going everywhere. Yeah, we're going everywhere but your place. If you don't give China the ultimatum.
Yep.
And then, if China doesn't give Tibet back to the Tibetans, then we're done. You're done buying Chinese shit.
End of story.
And that would save Tibetans.
Yep. That needs to be a base.
Now these monks wouldn't have to pour gasoline on themselves.
I just go like crazy every time I see that. And they show it down here on Canadian television, which is rare. Usually they show tits and stuff. No violence.
Tits are good.
Well, I didn't tell you about this. I'll stop this and we'll start the next story.